Hey everyone, welcome to Aftermath TV. We have our wins ready for you guys, and I'm going to start things off. I loved that the women delivered in the women's tag team division at the Payback pay-per-view. I thought every single superstar in the ring did an exceptional job. Shayna Baszler, for me, was MVP from the get. As soon as the match started, Shayna Baszler came out, just on absolute fire. I missed seeing that on television. Before, like last week, I was like, I'm kind of upset she wasn't in a singles titles position, but you know what? I think that she did a really good job. And I loved, and Nug, this is your win, the way that match ended, because I think that just adds another layer into the Sasha Bayley drama that has been, brewing, and it kind of foreshadows everything that's going to come, because I just thought that it was a great match. The women wrestled really well. The pacing was great. It was entertaining. We have new champions, which I think was a really cool way for it to end. And, I don't know if I love so much that Shayna and Nia don't like each other, but we'll see where that goes. That's like my only question mark in all of this is like, okay, they're tag team partners, but they don't like each other. I don't know how much I love that, but we'll see how it plays out.
That's a classic thing that WWE has had happen for years and years and years. Two people that don't like each other are suddenly the tag team champions. It's kind of refreshing to see it happen in the women's division, to be quite honest. For me, there was a lot of things that were great about the finish of this match, where Shayna used Sasha's arm to choke out Bayley. All the things, 2 weeks ago we watched, or 3 weeks ago, we watched Shayna Baszler murder two women at the same time in Raw Underground. So yes, it's been established consistency that Shayna Baszler can beat two women at the same time. Second of all, she did all the work and Nia did nothing, and now Nia gets to crow that she's the tag team champions, which is great. But also, Shayna Baszler tapped out Bayley with Sasha, effectively beating two former women's champions at the same time. It's just all making Shayna Baszler look like $1 million. And I think that's the best part of it. When logic prevails and it makes sense, oh boy, do I ever like that.
Plus we have the, sorry AC, but plus we have the added bonus of getting to see some personality and something come out of Shayna Baszler that we haven't seen before. I like seeing that. I may not be on board with this goofy little Nia Jax, oh, look at me, we won kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Again, but also going back to the Odd Couple reference, the female version of Oscar and Felix, and only 3 people probably got that reference right now.
I'm one of those 3.
Exactly. But I wasn't sure at first, but upon further review, as they say, I'm kind of digging it, mostly because, like I said, we're seeing some personality out of the new champions, and this is a nice, refreshing change for me.
Yeah, there was something even last night with the backstage promo segment where Shayna kind of turned the corner for me, and I'm like, oh, okay. I just, what it was, when someone's billed to be this indestructible force, I don't, that doesn't do it for me. But now that I'm seeing a person there, and she's talking, but she's not cutting tough girl promos, she's having conversations, and I'm getting to see the real her. But the pay-per-view in general, God, for being such a quick turnaround from SummerSlam, it was pretty substantial in terms of changes to everything going on. So I thought it was really good for that too.
Also, if I don't say it now, I'm going to kick myself. All I can think of when I see Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax is a team where there's a giant and someone who will murder you, and it really makes me think of the colossal connection of Andre the Giant and Haku. That's the team that these two make me think of. And if that's the team they are, they'll be champions for a long time.
But then, have them find a way to get along, or, they don't have to be best friends, but at least like have some type of plan to dominate. I don't know. Like, to me, it's like, how can you have a winning team if you don't like each other? Logically, it's not a recipe.
Hey, this show works.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
None of us like each other.
Yeah, spoiler, guys. None of us like each other.
They just need to change their entrance music to
All they got to do is, when the finish happens, there's going to be something in which there was a split-second moment where they worked together really well.
Yes.
They had a coordinated, well-orchestrated maneuver, and they look at each other like, yeah, maybe
a light bulb.
like you, but we can't deny the fact that we work pretty well together. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Nice.
I hope that happens. I got so excited that Cash came running.
Hey, Cash.
All right, Jimmy, your win has to deal with Roman Reigns.
Yes, it does. You know what? We keep talking about, oh, I want to be surprised. I want some unpredictability. I want to see something different. I want to see something come out of nowhere. Guess what came out of nowhere? The relationship between Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman. Who saw that coming? If you said you saw that coming, I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out right here. And there's several things I like about this. We all wanted to see something different out of Roman Reigns, other than, hey, I'm the big dog, and you know what, this is my yard and stuff like that. We see some anger, for lack of a better term, coming out of Roman Reigns for sitting on the back burner for a little while and having not losing the championship, but having it taken from him. Roman Reigns is a good talker. Let's put it that way. But with Paul Heyman speaking for him now, he could focus on being that angry, the angry dog, as opposed to the angry speaking dog. And because Paul Heyman is just a master on the mic. They just, so many things. Yeah. And the other thing I like about this is there are several seeds being planted right now. I mean, we talk about, do I have to mention the name? Paul Heyman's former, who he was the advocate for. He's still lurking in the wings somewhere. We don't know where he's going to pop up, or maybe make a surprise. There's so many things I like about this. And for those who weren't on the Roman Reigns train years back then, here you go.
Get on it now.
Wish. Yeah, get on it now, because this train is going to be running fast.
Well, it's funny now that, you're not supposed to like him. Now they're probably going to like him a little bit.
I don't know. This is what they've wanted for a lot of fans. Wanted this for a long time, and now that they're getting it, they're complaining. I often think that they would complain for the sake of complaining. I think what I like about all the seeds being planted with this is that it gets the title off The Fiend, and The Fiend, who we've all said doesn't ever really need the title. Looks like there's something happening non-title related with Alexa Bliss, which is kind of interesting. Bliss suddenly having a dread, one dreadlock in the middle of her hair, and it's dyed pink, and she spaces out whenever you mention The Fiend. It's pretty interesting to see where this could go, but I'm glad that Roman's got the title just to get the title off The Fiend and let The Fiend do whatever he wants.
We need to stop talking about this in particular because it has to deal with some of my fails.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
Oh my.
So,
okay.
Aftermath TV fans, if you watch wins, you got to check out fails, because I think it's a good conversation to have.
Two sides of the same coin.
I want to see Alexa Bliss make out with The Fiend while he's wearing the mask and lick his teeth and stuff.
I don't.
Okay. I need a sip of coffee after that.
AC, your win.
Yeah, little Dominic Mysterio. A lot of pressure. He wasn't perfect, but considering the situation, being thrust into SummerSlam, I thought he did pretty darn good, and he was pretty coordinated. And he's going to have to find some of the timing of certain things, and there was a couple of subtleties, but I thought he did very good, and it was really cool just to see that little boy backstage in the ring right now, and even seeing Aaliyah backstage. Oh my God!
Wow,
she had such a little attitude, that little kid, and she grew up to be this beautiful woman. And I don't know if she's gonna get into wrestling, but she's like an actress. She's a star, actually. Both of them are, and it was a nice feel good moment.
No, I agree. Again, seeing them from little children growing up to becoming what they've become is kind of cool. Dominic has a future ahead of him. He needs to
work out.
Wow. He's still young, and he's going to fill out. Like we said, he's only, 23, 24 years old?
He's beyond his age, so he's like 25.
Yeah, but like we said before, in this industry, you don't hit your stride until probably you're into your 30s. So he's got a lot of time before he gets there.
Yeah. Bret Hart was 40, right, when he won the championship and had the run as the man?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
He's got lots of time ahead of him.
I got to say, between SummerSlam and Payback, Dominic's best thing that he did was get rid of the hood on his outfit.
Everyone's saying that.
Yeah.
Do a kip up and then you can't see anything? Get that hood off of there.
He did something yesterday that was funny that I haven't seen in a while. He just took his shirt and wiped his face with the sweat during the match. And I'm like, you might want to put a little white towel in your back pocket.
All right, Aftermath TV fans, let us know what your wins were from Payback, from anything that happened in WWE in this last week. And don't forget to check out our fails, because those are coming up real quick. And stay tuned for any cool content we're posting on Sportsnet YouTube. Bye, everyone.